You're listening to Opportunity U on Fox News Radio. Now back to our show and today's featured guest interview. I have with me for this next segment Bob Johnston and Craig Burton with the franchise Fibrenew. Bob is Director of Franchise Development, and Craig is a franchisee with Fibrenew, located in Austin, Texas. Thanks, guys, for being on the show today.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, glad to be here. It'll be fun.
Bob, how about we start out with a little background information and maybe a brief overview about Fibrenew. What are you guys all about?
Well, first of all, we're a franchise that's been in business now since 1985.
Okay.
We're currently in 5 countries, and what we do is we repair items that are made with leather, plastic, and vinyl. We know that wherever you look, there's leather and plastic and vinyl that needs repairs, and we work in the medical, we work in residential, we work in commercial, we work in automotive and trucking, aviation, marina, mass transportation, and we even do repairs on vinyl sidings and windows and doors that get damaged through the storms. So we're, in my opinion, one of the most diversified franchise opportunities out there. And what we typically save most of our customers or businesses is typically 70 to 80% of what it would cost them to purchase new.
Tell me this, Bob. What's a typical background of a new franchisee coming into your system? And also, what background would be ideal?
Well, we get people coming in from the military, aircraft mechanics, business analysts, civil engineers, electric plumbing designer, even stay-at-home moms that want to do something because this isn't an all-boys club. Just what we look for is someone that has these 5 quality traits. We look for people who are not colorblind because you got to be able to match the colors still. You've got to be hands-on. You got to enjoy working with your hands. You've got to be trainable and coachable because, that's what it is with a franchise, following the system. Also, you have to be in decent physical condition. What we mean by that is you're going to be kneeling and bending and, of course, using your hands. And we look for someone who can be a good networker because a lot of people are quite surprised by our work. The old saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, when people see our work, they usually truly amazed. They go, you can do that? And it is pretty impressive work that we can provide.
What's a day in a life like with your franchisees? And Craig, maybe you would be the best one to talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Typically, I'm going to do 3 to 5 jobs in a day. I'm not sure there's any typical day in terms of that today is the exact same as tomorrow. Every day tends to be a little bit different because every job's different. So let's just talk about my day today. When we finish with this conversation, I'm going to move on and do some work for a physician just opening his practice who needs some work on his exam tables. After that, I've got to stop set up at an orthodontic clinic. Later on in the afternoon, I'll be working on leather chairs at a downtown hotel here in Austin, and I'm going to end the day by doing a repair for a lady on her driver's seat in her SUV.
What separates you guys from other similar companies out there? And I got to tell you, I deal with hundreds of franchisees, and I don't know of anybody off the top of my head that does what you do. So maybe that's an easy question answered.
Well, I'll give a little input, but I want Craig to add too. But there are some other competitors out there, but these competitors don't have the product line that we have. There are some moms and pops out there. Their work doesn't stack up in the quality degree that we provide. Our motto here is, when we repair something, it looks like it wasn't damaged. We'll never use the word it'll look brand new, but it looks so good, and it's so much different. So there's very little, if any, competition out there. There are a few companies, but we think what really sets us apart is our product line. Craig, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, Bob, I agree. I think the product line and the training make our folks, the best in the industry. And then if you add into that the fact that we've got the chance through our tech library and some of our other networking tools within the franchise, if you don't have the answer, you can reach out to the 300-plus other guys that are doing this around the world and ask for help. And there's always somebody that's been there before you. And that network really makes us strong and able to deliver some really outstanding results.
Bob, tell me about your training program and any ongoing support you offer to your franchisees.
Great. We have a tremendous training program. It's 2 weeks up in Calgary, Canada. And of that 2 weeks of training, 70% of that time is working with your hands, learning how to do all the different repairs on all the different products, leather, plastic, and vinyl. Also, 30% of training is classroom time, where you go to classes like, for instance, best marketing practices, suggested price list, how to manage customers' expectations, etc. It's very, very detailed. The feedback I always get when people come back from training is, oh my gosh, Bob, it was fantastic. And that's what our validation states, is that our training is fantastic. But what's even more important is when they get home, they have someone they can always lean on. We have an 800 number where they can call and talk to some of the support advisors, or like Craig just mentioned, they call each other. We have a tech library that's just chock full of great information. Craig, you want to add anything on that?
Yeah, I think it's a colloquialism, but what I would say is that if you've got a question within Fibrenew and you don't get an answer, it's because you forgot to ask. And it's the depth of everyone's experience, the number of years we've been here, and just the number of ways that you can reach out and ask for assistance.
How about marketing? How do your franchisees develop prospects and turn them into clients?
First of all, we're really highly involved with the internet. We are on all the, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of those. And also, we get involved with Google AdWords. We do want our franchise owners to get involved in their local market, like the Chamber of Commerce or B&I networking groups, because, again, like we mentioned earlier, people are so impressed with what they see, what we can do. Some of them have no clue we can do that kind of quality work, so we do that. That's why I want them to be a networker, so they're not afraid to join some of these B&I groups or networking groups like Chamber, just to get the message out. Craig?
Yeah, Bob, I agree. A couple other things. We ask all our franchisees to have a wrapped vehicle. The vehicle can be the one that works best for you, but that rolling billboard brings in a lot of phone calls and generates a lot of awareness. The other thing we talk to people about when you're doing your business networking, make sure you're doing the things that are free. Bob mentioned a couple. Facebook. How about LinkedIn? Angie's List. Are you taking the time to put before and after pictures with little tear tags down at the bottom up on community bulletin boards, whether it's in coffee shops, taco stands, pizza restaurants, the little things that are free. And then each and every day, my comment is walk into some place where you don't have the business and ask them for a chance to earn their work. If you're doing those things each and every day, rest takes care of itself.
Bob, what's your entry cost to get into a Fibrenew franchise?
The total cost for Fibrenew is $79,000 all in. It's broken into two price categories: the territory and the franchise fee, which is $47,000. And then our startup package and our training is $32,000, so it's an investment of $79,000 all in. We do offer a veteran discount on the $47,000. For any of our veterans out there, we take 10% off of that, so we give them a $4,700 credit, and it's our way of saying to them, thank you for serving and protecting our country.
I've been speaking with Bob Johnston and Craig Burton with the franchise Fibrenew. Thanks, guys, for being on the show today. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce. Have a great day.